Welcome to the Bozone.
Welcome back to the Bozone episode 3. And I still can't say a TH, so it sounds like I said it's a free episode, which it is.
I'm pretty sure all of our episodes are free to the
Uh,
wonderful people on Spotify and YouTube.
um, this is me, Tristan, and your co-host, or my co-host, Zek. What are you up to, Zek? What do you want to start us off with?
Well, last week, my deep question for the week was about fear. And this week, it's about something similar. The ick.
Ooh.
Now, this is a topic that I believe would be quite sensational right now because I've been seeing way too many videos on YouTube and various other internet platforms about what gives people the ick, whether it be in a relationship or whatever. And may I preface this by saying some of them are quite ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw one, like, this gave me the ick, and it's a guy doing a black backflip. It's like this ripped, buff, big guy doing a
Oh my
backflip
gosh.
and just falling like a backflip into water and just falling and busting his head open on the, side that he jumped off of. And I was like, how does this give you an ick? This is, the guy
I
might be dead and you're just like, ooh, this gives me the ick.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Yeah, some of them. Okay. Firstly, for the wise and unwise, let's start by saying what is the ick? Now, I believe the ick you can classify as a intense feeling of disgust and getting off-put by someone else's behavior, whether it be in a relationship or primarily someone you are interested in.
yeah.
Also classified as being full of shit.
Uh, so, what is the philosophical question you have on the ick?
Oh, it's pretty simple. Similar to last week, we'll start off by saying, uh, what's your biggest ick?
And so, you'll have to get back to me on that one. You go first. Give me a
Okay,
second.
I'll go first this week. My biggest ick is someone having weird icks. Like, that's recently become my biggest ick. If you say like your ick is guys who drink lemonade, which I have heard that before, guys who like fruity drink is an ick, then I don't like you. We can't be friends. That's not happening.
Yeah, so if I can't really think of anything else, I'd have never really given a thought to what my icks are. So I
I
would
guess
say
we're
the
we're the
same.
wrong
I don't.
demographic for this question, to be honest. We
Yeah.
need a woman.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. Like, yeah, I guess the same because I do not like. I just think they're so funny when I see like a video or something of new ick discovered or
Oh
something
my
like that, and it's
gosh.
the most average thing. It's like a guy just being a regular guy.
Just a dude being a dude. That's an ick.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that would be my ick too. If you were to ask me like what's my biggest ick in like just my personal life, like what just makes me disgusted, I could have given you a lot to go off, but like just in a relationship or like what I see in a partner, I don't really have too many like, yeah, judgments
Yeah.
on their behavioral stuff. But going off of that, like I said, if you ask me my personal ick, like what just disgusts me, it would be like, you know, it's dishes. Like doing the dishes. I hate that.
Yeah.
I I have this weird thing with food. So if it stood in the fridge or if the food was like standing out in a container, fine. But if you give me like a plate with food that's been standing on there for, let's say, the entire night or most of the afternoon, and it started becoming this crusty mess, or even after you've eaten and it's at like, I call it the disgust crust because it just looks like a crust. I can't handle it. So I like tackle the dishes from like 10 feet away, like my arms stretched out as far as I can without touching anything, like trying to rinse it off just so I can get it clean, and then all of that stuff laying at the bottom of the sink. I hate that. I'm getting disgusted just about thinking about it.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that, really, because I also really hate like old food. But washing the dishes, that's fine. I don't really mind. But if I like take a spoon out of the drawer and it's full of nasty, then I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm dipping.
So yeah, the food stuff, I don't know, it's just a weird thing. I dislike it. But a funny story actually. So one time when I was still younger and I was living at home, so I have a lot of siblings. I have a few brothers and a sister, and we all had to do the dishes and yeah, just keep the house clean. But the one time I had to wash the dishes, and I can't remember what happened, but like when the sink is full and stuff is floating in the water, I hate that. And it was my turn to do the washing and my other siblings' turns to like dry and pack the dishes away. Because I didn't grow up privileged with a dishwasher. We were the dishwasher. Um, and then, so we were doing the dishes, and I had to wash, and something touched my hand, and it felt so slimy and disgusting. And I, I got so nauseous, and I puked. And since that day, I never had to do the dishes again. Like, I had to help dry and pack it away, but I just got so nauseous from just that thing touching. I don't know, that's like my biggest ick. That's the one thing I can't do.
Yeah, fuck washing dishes. Dishwashers. Uh, I don't have one either, but I've used them before. It's pretty nice actually. You just throw it in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dishwashers are great. But, yeah. Oh, so, what else did you bring to the table except the ick? Because I do not like the ick. People that like saying other people give them the ick. They're weird. That's my final consensus on the topic.
Would it give you the ick if I told you I've got no other topics?
Yeah, that would give me the ick. I think that's my biggest
Okay.
ick now. No other topic. My co-host not bringing anything to the table, so I'll step up here with a little story about what happened today. So I was driving to work, and I saw this truck, like an American truck, not a South African truck, American
Yeah.
truck. and obviously big, like massive wheels and everything. And this was crazy. So you know those bullhorn things that the trucks have in, like, I don't know, in American. I don't know why the Americans do this, but they put those like bullhorns on the front of their trucks.
Yeah, I know like exactly what you're talking about.
Today I saw probably the most American thing I've ever seen. It's this all black truck. Well, technically all black, but it all black. It had a bullhorn on the front, two on top, like so the one was on front where the hood is, and then two side by side on top, like one by the driver's seat and one by the passenger seat. And it had like the American flag on the side of the truck, like going from the front door all the way to the back of the truck. And the only thing that would have made it even more perfect if there was like a eagle or something decal on the truck. But I was like, what is this? It's like 7 in the morning. I wasn't ready for this shit. But yeah, that was pretty amazing.
You weren't ready for the pure essence of America to be shoved down your throat.
I wasn't ready for it to feel all this freedom.
You've been liberated, brother.
But yeah, that, I don't know if you've seen that video of what the fuck is a kilometer with all the eagles screeching in the back. That was just playing in my head when that truck passed me, and I was like, damn, I'm in America, alright. But speaking about trucks and the roads and stuff, I am 100% convinced Americans do not know how to drive, and that everyone here is not conscious about the road, or they're just going unconsciously through life whenever they're on the road. Even when they're not in cars, when they're just like pedestrians walking. It's the most crazy experience to be driving over here.
Yeah, wait, isn't it America? Everyone has right of way.
Yeah, I don't even, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the rules. I know some of the rules are different, like when you're stopped at a red light, you can make a right turn unless it's said, like, unless there's a sign to tell you can't turn right on red. But if it's red, you can turn right, which that's crazy to me. At that's the first craziest thing. But everyone is in a rush. They like weave through all of the other cars. There's like two cars that aren't in a rush. It's me and one other random person, and then all of the other cars would come and weave past you and the like 2 or 3 other guys that's driving only 10 miles above the speed limit instead of like 50 miles above the speed limit, because most of the road I have to drive to work has a speed limit of like 45 miles an hour. I go about 60. And these cars are like, nah, you're going too slow. We will be overtaking you and we'll be rushing through traffic. So I'm already going way over the speed limit. And they're just in a rush. And that, some people I've seen, because a lot of it is like these, not twists and turns, but like curves around the road. And it's like a long curve, but I've seen so many people like almost not rolling, but like losing control of their car because they're going so quickly in that turn. And it's just crazy to me. And also, the pedestrians, they don't even care about like crossing the road where they're supposed to, and they don't even look. So there's a one way on the way to my house, like a one-way street. And the people, they don't even look up to see if it's safe to cross the road. I almost hit the lady because she was like on her phone and she just walked and all of a sudden just turned, walked across the road as I was like coming down the road, which is crazy. I don't know, people are just not conscious about any road stuff here in America.
Now, believe it or not, but I've actually got a theory regarding this.
Tell it to me. Enlighten me.
All right, so take America and India. These are two very large countries. India is like one of the most densely populated countries in the world, right?
True.
Now, it is impossible to know everything and everyone there, simply because of how insurmountably large it is. Over here, someone gets into a crash, you see it on the news, you're like, hey, shit, I know that guy.
True, true.
Over there, you're not gonna know the guy, so you just think, it'll never happen to me. It won't happen to me in a million years. So you just keep on going. While here, it happens to people we know.
Yeah.
Other small countries, I suspect, have the same vibe going for them. She's like, shit, I know that guy.
Yeah, that could be it. Than just being more conscious of when you're driving. But the thing is, a lot of people get in accidents here. Like almost every day, there's like an ambulance like rushing to an accident scene, and I've passed in my like 2-3 weeks of driving up and down. I've passed probably like 4 accidents like on the side of the road, and it's crazy. Like, how can't people just chill out for a second?
Yeah, but how many people in those accidents do you know?
0.
Exactly. Over here, there's been like 3 accidents. My father was one of them. How many people know my father in this city? A bit. Now everyone's like, oh shit, that could be me. If it's just some rando, nobody's thinking, that could be me. It's just some rando.
I mean, look at me. Even I was an accident. So, and you know me.
You're my happy little accident.
Oh, rest in peace, Bob Ross. Never forget.
Never forget.
But speaking of South Africa and how small and crazy it is over there, I have a sad story today, just to give everybody a little taste of the kind of conditions that's going on in South Africa. So I grew up in a small farming town. Like our population was about like 3,000 people in total, and that's the entire town's population. My grandpa and grandma and us, we all lived in on our little farm, and my cousin is staying with my grandparents currently, and the one night there's people like walking around on the farm, and they've started noticing a lot of stuff happening on the farm during the night, like all the animals going crazy and stuff. And in South Africa, that means there's like thieves walking around in the night. And yeah, it's very common for like farmers to get attacked in South Africa for political reasons we won't get into right now. But yeah, so my cousin and my grandpa the one night decided they're gonna go out. They got their guns loaded. They're gonna like walk out and see what's going on the one night. And unfortunately, there were people on the farm, and it was thieves trying to break in, and one guy jumped my cousin and he got stabbed pretty badly. I think he got stabbed in the stomach and right through the mouth. Like the knife went through his cheek, and the one side and out the other side. So that was pretty gruesome. It's a sad story. But yeah, he is okay as far as I know. This happened like a few days ago. I haven't been updated as of yet, but last I heard he is okay. So that's a pretty common thing in my area. So
Yeah.
it's not the best place. But speaking of that, do you have any horror stories from like your neighborhood or anything? Anything really bad happened over there or
My neighborhood, no, it's pretty boring over here, but there is friends of the family who were also farmers. Right about when this whole farm attack epidemic started happening, uh, they were older people. I think they were about in the late 60s, living alone on the farm. And when these thieves broke in, the the husband tried to, stop them, and one of the thieves took an axe and split his skull open.
yeah.
Miraculously, he survived, but not without a minor case of severe permanent brain damage.
Yeah, that's horrible. Speaking of brain damage, can you I found out the other day, I'm pretty sure you know about this as well, but you know John F. Kennedy's sister? She was lobotomized. I don't know
Like
if you,
purposefully?
yes. Well,
What?
not on her own will, but she was basically a bit moody, and I don't know. JFK's father was like she's going through like an episode. She's a bit too moody. I think she got lobotomized when she was like 23 years old, and well, I'm pretty sure the reason was just she had mood swings, and they said she was like violent when they tried to calm her down, but not as in she didn't hurt anyone. I think she was just like cursing at them. But basically, they just lobotomized her because they were like, we don't have time to deal with this. So she was lobotomized. I think her name was Rose Kennedy. I'll quickly
Damn.
Kennedy. In her early young adult years, Rosemary Kennedy experienced seizures and violent mood swings. In response to these issues, her father arranged a prefrontal lobotomy for her in 1941 when she was 23 years of age. So she got lobotomized very early in her life and, well, probably went through the rest of her life with like just seeing shapes and colors, I guess. But I can't imagine that. That sounds so scary to me. What do you even experience when you are lobotomized?
That's the age-old question to me. I've always wondered, what do you still perceive as a human being? Are you even still alive if you can't think?
Yeah, and the same goes for people with like dementia or Alzheimer's and stuff. Like, or even just like the memory loss. How do you perceive stuff? That stuff sounds crazy. I've tried to like think of how you would even be thinking or perceiving stuff, and that I don't even know. This it is real
I've
crazy.
heard people who know about this topic say it's harder for us than it is for them, because they don't even know there's something wrong.
Yeah, true. But Can you imagine having to go through life not knowing, not not being the thinker?
Probably brush my teeth like 7 times.
Man.
Can't remember if I brushed my teeth. Now, honestly, thinking, I'll take us back to the quote. I think, therefore I am. And that to me is like one of the hardest quotes out there. Because what are we if we can't think? Animals? What separates us from the animals is the ability to think in a higher okay, some of us from the animals is the ability to think in a higher capacity.
Man.
Intelligent
I
thought,
guess that's why they call me the
retroactive
dog.
thinking, imagination.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's the case, because even animals, like, you can see for yourself, like, certain animals have their own personalities, if that makes sense. Like, one dog might be very playful and very obedient to what you're saying, and like, let's say the golden retriever type of dog, and then the exact same breed of dog, like the dog from, let's say it's two puppies from the same litter, and the other one might just be like lazy and, just
Yeah.
low energy, while one is like extremely hyperactive the whole time. So even animals have their own personalities. So I don't believe it's just that you think, even though dogs and stuff probably also think.
Oh yeah, but I've never seen a dog do calculus.
I have. Yeah,
What?
there's a lot of videos of even dogs like being able to talk through those like buttons on the floor, and them doing math and I don't know. Animals can do a lot of things that's very surprising.
Yeah. Wasn't there that one dog though who was taught to speak using those buttons?
Yeah,
And eventually he said, "Kill me, please."
yeah, I think so. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there was
that
this
sounds to
one dog
me.
that was. So I think I know what you're talking about. So there's this one dog that they taught how to speak with the buttons, and he eventually gained so much sentience that he was like, "Why am I a dog?" Like, he kept on pressing the buttons, like,
Yeah.
why dog, and until eventually it's like he wanted to be a human. He wanted to be just like humans, and eventually just got depressed because he's a dog, which is so sad.
Oh, that's so sad. I hate that story. That makes me so sad. I don't want to be a human. I want to be a dog with that dog.
Yeah.
I want to be his friend. I don't want to be a man anymore.
Yeah, it's a very sad story. But
I want to go tell him it's not as cool as it looks from the outside.
yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because if you're a dog, you unfortunately can't be playing Baldur's Gate, which is the best game ever made. So I would prefer to be a human as well. But no, there's recently been so many dogs popping up being able to communicate using those buttons. So they're slowly getting more intelligent, which is amazing if you ask me, being able to not speak to them but to communicate with the dogs. And there's even that one guy that taught a fish how to, like a goldfish, how to play like first person shooter games. I'm pretty sure. Or was it first person? Maybe it was Terraria.
What?
Yeah.
I only heard about the monkey playing Minecraft.
Guy teaches fish. I'll get the facts now.
When do we get animals in video games? Like, I think it would be quite fun to play COD with a dog. Or maybe I'll play COD with a cod. That's a fish. And put a fish in a first-person shooter.
Here, this guy taught his fish how to play Elden Ring, and the fish beat the game.
There's no way. What? I don't believe this. I'll have to check that out for myself. This can't be real. What type of fish was it?
Japanese YouTuber. It's a goldfish. It's a Japanese guy that taught his goldfish how to play Elden Ring, and then the goldfish beat let's see, Godric. I'm not sure what boss that is because his goldfish beat Melania too.
First boss. Okay, I don't want to be that guy, but is the goldfish also Japanese?
Probably. It's a Japanese goldfish. The guy he's cracked at Fortnite, my guy.
What the fuck?
I couldn't even beat Elden Ring.
Melania's not difficult too. Turns out the let me solo her guy was just a fucking goldfish.
So, yeah, there is our little animal corner. Speaking about the animal corner, something in the topics channel about recurring dream about Foxy. Is that like a little fox or a YouTuber?
You know Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, I don't. I don't really know a lot about Five Nights at Freddy's. Nah. Foxy.
Okay, well, there's this one motherfucker called Foxy, right?
Oh, it looks like a pirate fox.
Yeah, it's literally Foxy the pirate fox. Oh. Now, it's for a while now, like a long while. I've been getting recurring dreams about this Foxy character from Five Nights at Freddy's. Sneaking up on me and scaring me half to death, causing me to wake up. And I haven't talked to anybody about it yet, because it happened maybe like once, twice a month. But tonight, well, not even tonight, like this afternoon, I was taking a nap. And in my nap, I had a dream. I think in my dream, I was literally recording a podcast. But I was a guest speaker on the Distractable podcast with Mark, Bob, and Wade. And Foxy fucking sneaks into my room. But this time, I'm prepared. And I fucking killed that animatronic piece of shit. I grab it by the hind legs and whip it around my room, smashing it against the wall. And I truly hope that would mark the end of this recurring dream, violating my sleep.
So I'm guessing you went to go and see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
No, actually not. I've got a special occasion planned out for that movie.
Damn. Why would you be having a recurring dream about a Five Nights at Freddy's character?
No, I don't know.
Have you even played the games?
I played like 2 of them.
Damn, I know nothing about it except that there's now a movie and some shit about the Bite of 86 or something.
Is that like the Bite of 87?
Oh, Bite of 87. That's the only. I don't even know what it means. I just know that like sound.
It's a Markiplier meme.
Oh, yeah. I know nothing about FNAF.
Yeah,
nice.
It's a fun game. The new ones, I actually do want to play the new ones, the Containment Breach, or what? Security Breach. That looks super fun.
Yeah, didn't they switch it up? You aren't just like a guy sitting in like a control room looking at the screens? Or is it still the same type
No,
of
no,
thing?
you're a fucking child in like this big fun theme park based around like Freddy Fazbear and his friends, and you gotta try and escape, but the animatronics do want to kill you.
Oh, epic. I want to be the animatronics.
You want to kill children?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a
props to
fun
you for
time.
saying what we were thinking. But
It's a fun time for everyone, except the child, of course. But children, they can't think yet. They're not sentient enough. They don't think,
yeah,
therefore they
I've met.
aren't. It's come full circle.
Yeah, that's my stance on abortion as well. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a comedy podcast. Please, we have
If you can
3 episodes. Don't cancel us.
You can call this garbage comedy, sure. I mean, the previous episode, I had one joke that took 4 minutes.
Yeah, I timed him. It was like 4 minutes and 53 No, 3 minutes and 53 seconds for one joke.
Alright. So, let's move on to the next topic, which is my gas station hot honey chicken sandwich. So, let me give you the context to this. I'll paint the picture. So, sometimes when I'm lazy to get like a lunch or to make lunch, I would just stop by the gas station and pick up a few sandwiches there, because it's like homemade sandwiches. It's not actual like gas station food. It's packaged by, I'm pretty sure it's like an old lady crafting all of these sandwiches in the mornings and dropping them off there, because there's not a lot of them, but they're really good. But I don't know what went wrong with this hot honey chicken sandwich. So I grab it I open it up, and I'm like, I'm excited because I've had a lot of these and they're always banging. And I take the first bite, nothing out of the ordinary. I continue to eat it. About halfway through the sandwich, I start feeling, oh, this is really spicy. My mouth is like on fire. I can't feel my taste buds anymore. I don't taste anything except the spiciness. And I'm like, I'm so hungry. I want to finish the sandwich. And I finish the sandwich. But by the time I'm done, my mouth is on fire. It feels, I can't feel anything. My nose is running. My eyes are tearing up. I run to the bathroom. I'm like, I can't even breathe, so hot this sandwich is. It feels like my throat is literally closing up. I like swig a bunch of water around in my mouth. I don't even feel like I can make it to the kitchen to get a glass of milk. And I almost pass out. I'm honestly dying. And I eventually like rinsed my mouth a couple times with water. I drank a few glasses of water, and I am so tired and exhausted from battling this type of heat. I go to my bed and I just pass out. I slept for like an
Damn.
hour or two, and I wake up and I'm like, then the worst part came after I woke up, because the sandwich went in and now it's burning up my stomach. I'm laying there with the worst stomach cramps ever. I'm wriggling on the bed, like writhing in pain. and there's no one here to help. I'm starting to think I need to go to the hospital just so they can extract this beast of a sandwich out of my stomach because it's burning. And
Bro.
eventually I like waddle my way to the bathroom out of all of this pain, and then it had to come out. In those couple of hours that I've been fighting for my life just because of this sandwich, it burnt the shit out of me, literally. I, that was one of the hottest stuff I've ever eaten, and I've tried like a ghost pepper sauce, or yeah, ghost pepper. I think that's one of
Yeah.
those hot chili pepper
Yeah,
stuff.
that's one of the spicy ones.
Yeah, I tried that sauce previously, like threw it over a few fries and like ate it, and it wasn't even nearly as bad as that sandwich. I don't know what this, I think it's called like Mama Mary's sandwiches or something like that. I don't know what this Mama Mary put on that one, but it was horrible. I was dying.
She put Satan's cum on that sandwich, my friend. That wasn't hot honey.
Yeah.
That was
I,
holy hell.
and that entire night is like erased from my memory, how I was like in and out of consciousness. I don't even know what was going on. I'm so glad we didn't record. That was like 2 nights ago, I think. Ugh. I know,
The
3
only
nights ago.
time that I've really been defeated by the spice, you know me, I like my food spicy.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
a,
That's why I was so surprised by it.
I'm a enjoyer of hot food. But one time, me and my buddy, we smoked some weed. Now, you know, as
Ew.
happens. Shut up. Saying all high and mighty. As it happens, you know, sometimes you get a bit of the munchies. Now you want to get some snacks. And my friend says, listen, I've got the perfect snack for you. You like spicy food, right? We're gonna go get some burgers. Now, you probably know the place. I think most South Africans have heard of the place before. It's called Machacho's.
My
And,
town is too small for something as fancy as that.
but you know what it is.
No, never had the
Really?
muchachos. No.
Okay, well, I guess you don't. Anyway, now it was called like some nacho burger or something. And I distinctly remember us going like to the store, and him say, I told him, let me get the hot, and he's like, nah, I'm getting you dynamite. I'm like, shit, alright. I guess I'm getting dynamite now. And grab the burgers, we go home, and we start chowing. First bites of the burger, best thing I've tasted in my entire life till this day. All around, I'll say it was the best burger I've ever had. But then the spice started setting in, and I was like, yeah, this is nice. Until it wasn't. Oh boy, it creeped up on me like a motherfucker.
Like Foxy.
Like Foxy in my dreams, it came out of nowhere. Click, boom, the spice hits. And eventually, my eyes are watering, my nose is running. My friend looks over, he's like, dude, are you okay? I said, yes, the burger is very nice, thank you. At one point, I start sobbing. I'm full on crying now. but I'm still eating the burger. He's like, dude, what's wrong? I'm like, it's so spicy, but it's so good. I can't stop eating it.
Yeah, that's always the worst thing with spicy stuff, especially if they're too spicy and you you just can't stop. That's the worst because you know you're putting yourself through hell for the deliciousness. I love hate spicy food. But yeah, that that was my worst experience ever.
Now, speaking of food, to put your ick at ease, I did actually not just bring one topic. Now, have you ever heard of an individual on YouTube called Fat Andy?
I haven't. Please inform me
Okay,
of that, Andy.
that makes sense because he's pretty small. I think he's got like 1,000, between 1,000 and 2,000 subscribers, which definitely more than us, but in the grand scheme of YouTube, that's a pretty tiny amount. Now, he is this old British geezer who's recently started up like a food YouTube channel. And I saw one of his videos, it had like 20 views. It's like Fat Andy tries it was some South African meat. I don't remember. I think it was like ostrich meat from South Africa, and I thought, yeah, this'll be good. So I gave it a watch, and it was actually quite enjoyable. He's just this old British geezer making and testing out like food recipes and shit that he buys from just grocery stores. He's such a down to earth guy, and his content makes me feel so good inside. It's not good, it doesn't have some agenda, it's not pushing some scam, it's not a crypto bro. He doesn't hopefully have some ulterior motive to get us into red pilled. He's just making food and telling us what he thinks of it, and I just find that so nice. It's hard to find
Oh
good
yeah.
content nowadays, but that was some great content.
Oh, that's amazing. The speaking of crypto bros and whatnot, so I know shitting on NFTs is like beating a dead horse, but did you hear what happened at this one NFT party recently?
No,
So,
NFT party.
yeah, there was this NFT party in Hong Kong where a bunch of the crypto bros or the NFT bros, um, the people from the what's it called, the Board Ape Yacht Club attended, and it's in Hong Kong. They got the whole venue set up. It was obviously a sausage fest. Like there were only guys, crypto bros there, and the funniest shit happened. All of the lights that they used to set up this big event. So it was like a party. It's like a rave, but it looked
Yeah.
so dreary. But all of the lights, they weren't UV protected. Everyone there basically got sunburnt from the venue's lights. And that's not the worst part of it. They got permanent eye damage from it. Some people
Oh,
might even go blind from that, which is kind of ironic, seeing as they're like whole shtick is pictures on the internet that you can see.
yeah.
Now they can't see anything anymore, which that's crazy. Obviously, I hope all of them come out fine, but most of them are, I think, as we're speaking, still in the emergency room.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Now I've got a new fear unlocked. How? How does that happen?
Yeah, I
Do
don't
you
know. I
just
didn't
like
know
not
it's
notice?
Yeah, it's like, so imagine you're out on the beach. You can be out on the beach the whole day and you wouldn't realize you're busy burning
No, but I
until
mean,
like,
have they like
oh,
never used the lights before?
I don't know. I don't know how they probably
They
tried
just
to go
bring
the
out the
cheap.
special
So
lights when the people they don't like come to them.
no, I honestly think what's happening, because NFTs are obviously such a big scam. So they're trying to portray they have these millions and millions of dollars they can just shut out and do anything with. And they wanted to throw this like fancy party. It looked pretty shit either way. But they tried to throw this fancy party, but they didn't have the funds to make it what they wanted to make it. And thus they cheaped out on it, and they probably used everything the cheapest they can get, and everybody working on the setup, they probably got some intern to work on the lights, and they were like, yeah, should be good, it's gonna illuminate the stage. And yeah, it's just, they tried to do it as cheap as they
Well,
possibly
now it
could.
illuminated your skin.
But yeah, that is crazy. Oh, speaking about craziness,
Crazy? I was crazy. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing that whole thing.
yeah, oh, uh, I I was like just browsing TikTok the other day, and I came across this video of like this school bus that was in an accident or almost in an accident, and it was like recording the driver with all the kids in the back. And just before the crash happened, all of the kids were gone. They weren't on the bus anymore. Like they just vanished, and the
I
bus
saw
driver
that
was like
video.
swerving. Okay, so you saw it. So I saw a follow up on that video where like a police officer was like talking to the bus driver, asking where the kids are and everything. And he's like, he doesn't know. They were there and gone, and they looked at the recording and everything. And I was like, wait, what's going on? Is this real? Because for a second I thought it was real until I found the like full video of it. And like, what? Because the cop and the bus driver thing got cut off at like some section. And if you see the full video, like, there are also like the parents in quotation marks, like they start acting weird on the side, and I was like, oh, this looks fake. So I tried to figure out what this is, because a lot of people were like, is this real, is this fake, what's going on? And I found out it's some Christian thing about people trying to stir up like, ooh, the rapture is happening, so all the kids are going to heaven and we're all stuck on earth. And I was like, what is this shit? Why? Why is this a thing? But
I've been waiting for someone to debunk this.
yeah, you're welcome. It was just kind of cringy when I realized what's going on. They were trying to make it look as real as possible. Unfortunately, if it just was the bus driver and then like the bus driver and the cop, it could have came off as real. But as soon as they started showing the parents, it I was like, no way, this is real. These aren't real reactions to the kids just disappearing. And then they like cut to people like on a playground busy swinging a swing, and then it's like, oh, where is little Sammy? Sammy, no! And it's like, I was like, God, this is.
Uh,
Yeah, it's just a Christian like thing. They're trying to be like, Oh, the rapture is starting. So all the innocent pure kids have been sent up to heaven, and all of the parents who are not innocent and pure, they're still stuck on earth. And I was like, yeah, this is so dumb. I was almost like, this is crazy until I found out, and yeah, this is dumb.
Nah, just the people doing it.
Yeah. So
Well, I think that takes us to everyone's favorite weekly segment. Video game suggestions. Everybody clap your hands. We're so happy we get another round of video game suggestions.
okay, well, I know you went first last time, but you should go first. Maybe one more time. I promise next time I'll come with an actual suggestion. I just haven't had
Last time
time.
you literally said what you're gonna suggest this time. You,
What did
you
I
literally... Fear and Hunger. You literally said
oh
you're
no,
gonna
I
go
said
play Fear and Hunger.
I'm gonna
You're
play
gonna
it
come
and
tell us
suggest.
about it.
So I'm sorry about this, guys. I've let you all down, but I've not played the game yet. I've been too busy. I know I I'm really sorry, but I'll be better. I'll come back next time and having actually played it.
Tune in next week on the Bozone to see if Tristan fulfills his promise. Will he let us down? Will he provide some good commentary about a video game? Or will he just not pitch out of sheer embarrassment? Find out next week.
Oh man, I just haven't had time.
It's okay, I forgive you. Nobody else forgive him, but I forgive you.
Thank you. That
Everybody
means
else
a lot.
should roast you in the comment section.
Oh,
They should call you a bozo. You know what? You're a bozo.
I'm fine with being a bozo. That's what we're here for.
That's the whole point. I wasn't expecting to go first, but I will go first because I work best under pressure. And this week I am suggesting Metal Hellsinger.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that game.
That is, like, I really enjoyed that game. I played it very recently. I saw it was on sale and I've been eyeing it for a while, so I decided, you know what, I'ma treat myself. And first off, I'd like to say they've got some banger musical artists, and even recently they've got Will Ramos from Lorna Shore, which is one of my personal favorite bands. And I really enjoyed that game with excellent artists like Surge and Alyssa Whitegloves just perfecting their vocals into a wonderfully crafted musical symphony, using my weapons as a beat for the bass drum or whatever other drum. Sometimes it's snare or something. The weapons just fit so nicely into the vibe of the music. At first I was skeptical. At first when I heard about this game I thought, you know, that sounds horrible. Who wants to play a first-person shooter rhythm game? That is until I played a first-person shooter rhythm game, and it's much like Doom in many aspects. You're in hell, you kill things, and you can like Doom has glory kills. I'm not even sure what they call it in the Hellsinger game, but it's all gore and violence and epic weaponry, and it's a very enjoyable game for us who like shooting and killing tons of enemies, while the stakes are also high because they do a lot of damage, but we do a lot more damage. And Doom game, Horde
Yeah.
mode, but demons.
I'm pretty sure when I first played that game, I pitched it to you, and I was like, "Have you ever heard about Metal Hellsinger? Uh, it's basically Doom, but rhythm based or something like that." It was like you would love it, and yeah, I like that game. I had to uninstall it a while ago, so I never finished it. I want to get back to
Oh,
it, but I don't have a lot of space on my shitty ass laptop, so I
yeah,
had to
funnily
uninstall
enough,
it.
the whole game was a breeze until the final boss, then I wanted to kill myself.
Oh
But I
no.
couldn't because the boss killed me for me.
Oh yeah, no, but it's a really fun game. I'm so surprised. I'm surprised you didn't say it sooner, but I guess you only got it now. Um, so I think I have mine. It's a game that I've sunk a lot of hours in as well, and it's called Vampire Survivors. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about on our first uh, unreleased episode of the Bozone, one which had to get scrapped. We were playing that.
Yeah.
And
No, that was the second
oh,
episode.
that
The
was
first episode we were playing Roshan Defense. On the first
yeah.
episode we were playing fucking Roshan Defense.
So it should explain Vampire Survivors. You can just turn your brain off and play it. It's again a roguelike, but we like roguelikes. That's the bozo thing. It's
We
just
enjoy mindless recurring levels where we upgrade our same weapon we've been using for the past 4 runs.
yeah, and just getting it as strong as possible and just seeing the absolute carnage. It's a what? How can you? It's a 8-bit. Would you say it's 8-bit? It's like an 8-bit game. It's nothing graphical wise.
Yeah.
You can play it on your calculator if you really wanted to. It's just a fun. It takes you back to the old time classical games, but it's so in depth. There's so much stuff to unlock. It has such a wacky way of progressing. It's yeah, and you can just sink hours and hours into it trying to discover the next secret and unlocking more and more crazy stuff. Like one of the characters in there is literally just a tree. So that's pretty cool. I don't know, it's just one of the most fun, like, switch your mind off and just kill hundreds, if not thousands upon thousands of guys until you can't see what's going on the screen, but you're still alive somehow. Yeah, I love it. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite. It will go down as one of my favorite games because just like Hades, I've sunk over 100 hours into it. And I used to have it 100%, except they brought a new patch out where they released new DLC, so I'm gonna get back into it and unlock the lost stuff. So yeah, they're still constantly improving it and just making it a better game. It's already so good though.
It's a very nice game. It's also available on mobile if you want to play it on your phone, like sitting on a bus for going to work or whatever you're doing where you're just kind of idling by life. Just play Vampire Survivors on your phone. What's stopping you?
Yeah, it's you honestly won't regret it. I've not tried it out on phone or on mobile. So can't really speak for that. Is it the
You
same
wouldn't
as
believe it, but the controls are the same.
Damn, that's
You just
crazy.
move around.
Yeah. Oh, no. But I think we've been going for about an hour now. Oh, a little bit over an hour. So we're gonna end it here. Should I tell you a quick joke before we end?
Oh, Lord. May your light guide us. Help us all through this dark night. You may tell your joke.
No, that I didn't really have a joke. That was the joke. Alright,
Why
guys.
can't blind people eat fish?
Because they don't have an eye.
Because it's seafood.
Oh my god. Okay, that's horrible. Thank you guys for listening. Please remember to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening to us on Spotify, it would mean a lot if you give us a 5-star rating or give us a 1-star rating and tell us why. What we can improve. Unless you're telling us to stop being bozos, because that we cannot do. Alright. Love you guys and enjoy.